What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are testing the E.L.F. makeup sponges. This is a sponge trio. I picked it up at Target for, I think, $12. So we are going to find out if it's a hit or a miss, my views on it, and I'm also trying a new primer. This is the No Pore Blem primer from Touch in Soul. So we are trying these two babies out today, and if you guys want to see if this is a hit or a miss, then just keep watching. Also, I quickly just wanted to mention, if you are any of those affected by Hurricane Harvey or any of those people who are in the line of Hurricane Irma, this hurricane season is already getting so bad. So my prayers and my thoughts are with you. I do have family in Puerto Rico and they got hit pretty hard last night. Everybody is safe from what I know. They just have no power, and a lot of destruction has already taken place due to these storms. So I just want to say stay safe and make sure you evacuate if you need to evacuate. Don't play any games. Leave your belongings, get yourself out of there, and stay safe. So let's jump into the video. Okay, so this is what the box looks like. It comes with 3 different sponges. It looks like there's a small one, a medium-sized one, and a larger one. It says these sponges are crafted for precision use. The durable latex-free material allows for a controlled use for flawless application and blending. 3 sizes enable precise application for all areas of the face and can be used with cream, liquid, and powder makeup. That's also interesting. It says they are reusable and washable. Well, I would hope so. And it says directions. Wet the sponge with water and squeeze out excess to soften and expand sponge. Bounce sponge across the face to blend in makeup. So if these are a hit, then that's really good because I think I paid $12 for all 3 of these. So if these are a hit, then we're in luck. So they look like this. 3 different 3 different sizes. Like I said, there is a, oh, okay. They're very hard. I don't know about these. These are very, very dense. These are not like, even when like the Beauty Blender is not like, you know, not wet and like ready for use, like even when it's dry and stuff, it still feels like it's got a nice, hold on, let me get a Beauty Blender because I have no idea what I'm trying to say right now. Okay, so this is my nude Beauty Blender. See how like easy it is and how soft it is for me to squish it down? This is really hard. Like, it's very difficult to press down. Granted, this is the medium size, but this is the difference in sizes. Actually, they're pretty close. The E.L.F. sponge seems to be a little bit wider than the Beauty Blender. I'm not sure. It doesn't have, like, this has a really nice, soft, easy, bouncy, like. Can you hear that? It sounds like I'm punching myself in the face with this, so I'm not really sure. But we're going to try them out anyway because you never know. Woo! So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wet all 3 of these sponges. I'm going to use this one, I guess, for like the concealer. I'll try to do the concealer under my eyes and stuff with this. I'll use the larger size one for blending my makeup. I'm really worried about these. And the mini one maybe for contouring. I don't even know. Okay, so all 3 of these sponges did double in size. The only one that feels really nice and soft now is the small one. The medium one is okay, and the big one is still really dense, but I kind of have high hopes once I wet them. I'm kind of feeling a little bit more secure about using them. Okay, so I am trying out a new primer today. This is the No Pore Blem Primer, smooth and pore covering, top secret for perfect makeup. I've seen a lot of people talk about this. Jeffree Star, Laura Lee, a lot of people talk about this primer. I think Nikki Tutorials uses it as well. So I wanted to try it. It comes in this really nice glass bottle. It's very, very heavy. You get 1 fluid ounce, but this bottle is like luxurious. I think I paid $16 on Amazon. So I'm just gonna, ooh, okay, so it's pink. As you can see, like, it's not running very fast. It is a nice thick consistency. Feels hydrating. So I'm gonna put that on my problem areas. It smells like baby soap. So I'm gonna do a little on the chin, the center of my forehead, and mainly my T-zone area because I have a lot of pores here. It smells good. It feels really like, not silicone-y like some others, but it does have like some type of like greasy texture to it, if that makes any sense. Like I feel greasy, but I also feel hydrated. I don't know. I have to read the box. I don't know what this says. Oh, it's, by the way, it's by the brand Touch in Soul. That's what it says, Touch in Soul. Do not use around eye area. Interesting. Doesn't say if it's hydrating, but it feels kind of hydrating. Now we're going to go in for foundation. I'm going to be using two different foundations today. I'm going to be mixing the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless with my L'Oreal Pro Infallible Pro Matte. I don't like this foundation by itself, but I do really like it with this foundation. So we're going to give it a little go-go. I'm just going to take a little bit of the Pro Matte and a little bit of the Matte and Poreless. This color combination, like these two together, are like my perfect shade right now because I have a very, very pale face, but the rest of my body is still somewhat tan from the summer. I didn't get the summer that I really wanted. I didn't really spend that much time outside, but you got to protect your skin from the sun, so I guess it's okay. So I'm going to take the large sponge. I'm just wiping whatever extra product I have on my finger here. And let's hope for the best. You hear that? It sounds so loud. It's actually not as hard as I thought it was going to be, but it's very firm. It's kind of hard to blend in. God, it's picking up a lot of product. The reason why I don't really already like this sponge is because it's white. And white gets so dirty so fast. Seems to be blending okay though. Right? I think it's okay. It's leaving a very smooth finish, so that is a plus. It's just really, really hard. It's very, very hard. I think I'm going to switch sponges because that one is really, really rough. I'm going to take the medium-sized sponge because this one has a little bit more of a softer feel to it. It's looking good so far. So far, so good. This color combination, though, is what's up. Okay, so it definitely blended out nicely. I have a nice even layer everywhere. I don't know if I like the larger sponge. It's a little bit too dense for me. It doesn't feel like nice and soft. This one feels a little bit better, so I think I would be using the medium-sized one for applying foundation, but it did the job it needed to do. So I'm going to be mixing my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in Light Warm with my Tarte Shape Tape in Light Sand, and I'm just going to be focusing this on the under eye area like this. I like that this has a nice yellow warm base to it. So I'm just applying that, and I'm going to apply just a couple teeny tiny drops of my Tarte Shape Tape. Just a couple dots. And now we're going to try and use this little bitty baby. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, so it does a really good job of blending out concealer. I think I like this little sponge because it gets really close. Like if I already do my eyebrows and stuff, which I kind of already started, I can kind of work around them and keep them from getting touched. Like if that makes any sense, I can kind of work around it because the sponge is so small. I can work around it in those areas. But it's doing a good job so far. Now the under eye is the true test here. I'm trying to do like really light pounces because my eyes are already so sensitive. blending out really, really, really nicely. All right, so now that everything is blended out, everything looks really smooth in my opinion. It looks well blended. Everything is drying down nicely. I really like this primer too. I don't know if it's kind of hard for you guys to tell, but it did a really good job of minimizing the pores in this area. I feel like my makeup just kind of glided right over this primer and it feels really hydrating as well. It doesn't seem to be balling up. It didn't settle in any of my lines or anything like that. So far, doing pretty good. I'm going to go in and we are going to set the under eye area. I want to use my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. Take this powder brush, my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder, and set the under eye. I've been really liking this to set my under eye lately as opposed to baking under there. I think with the warm air and stuff like that, it's just keeps it from creasing. It looks really nice, not too cakey under there, and I really like it. So I'm just gonna set my problem areas, which includes my smile lines. For some reason, this smile line is the only one that creases, and it's so annoying because I can't figure out why, but set the chin. I'm gonna use a little bit of this Bahama Mama from The Balm. This is a really nice ashy but also warm bronze. It kind of reminds me of NARS Laguna. I don't own any NARS products, but I have seen Laguna like 1,001 times. Never had any NARS products, and then once I found out that they are no longer cruelty free, I was like, I'm not even gonna waste my time. Not even gonna waste my time. So I'm just doing a really slight contour slash bronze. Okay, so notice there's like a little white patch right here where it doesn't seem like my bronzer wants to adhere to the foundation. That's really weird. I don't know if that's the blending, the primer, or what that is, but do you see that? That's really weird. I don't know. Good thing I don't have to go anywhere crazy today. So I don't know if that's the primer or what that is. You always want to blend up to the forehead too. You don't want to have just contour here because then it looks uneven and does not look natural. Move on to the eyes. I'm just going to set my eyelids with some of that Stay Matte powder. For a really subtle look today, I don't really have that much things to do, so I want to do like a nice light transition into fall makeup looks. I'm going to be using the Dose of Colors Baked Browns palette. I love this palette. I use it all the time. It just has beautiful brown tones. I use this shade to set all over my lid. I love popping this in the crease and this only. But if you want to keep building it up, you can do that. And this shade right here is really nice to smudge on your upper and lower lash lines. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the first shade right here, the light whitish shade, and that's called Tea Light. And I'm going to take a large fluffy brush, just like this, and I'm just going to apply that over my lid, just like this. They are a little powdery. That's okay. I'm going to go into this shade right here. This is called Deserted. And I'm going to work this. It's my transition shade into the crease. It's so weird because this eye has such a defined crease and this one doesn't. And it's... Does anybody else have that issue? So that's pretty much all I'm going to do. I'm just going to pop a little bit of a shimmery color on my lid just to give myself a little bit of dimension. Okay, so for my lid, I'm going to be using the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Lightning Bug. It is such a beautiful bronze with a gold shift. I'll do a nice swatch for you guys. Such a beautiful shade and has such nice sparkle to it. You can build this up or you can just lightly mute it onto your eyes, which is what I'm going to do, to just add a little bit of shimmer so that way when the sun hits your eyes, it gives you that really nice sheen. So it gives you just like a nice wet look. See how beautiful that is? It gives you such a nice wet look. I love, love, love this color. So now I'm going to go back into the Baked Browns palette, and I'm going to use the same color Deserted and smudge it on my lower lash line. I'm going to take a little bit of that shade Deserted, and I'm going to smudge that on my lower lash line. For highlight, I'm going to be using the Dose of Colors Desi X Katie Fuego. This highlight is unbelievably beautiful. I recommend you guys pick this up if you missed it in the first launch. It's such a gorgeous highlight shade, and it's something that's really nice, and you can build it up or you can leave it nice and subtle. And here we go. Such a gorgeous highlight. It's like a really nice soft gold and works for a lot of skin tones. I didn't get Mirame, as I've mentioned before, because it did look a little too dark for me. I was a little scared, but I'm 100% picking it up on the next round because I'm obsessed with Fuego. I'm going to take my blush. I know I'm doing my makeup in like a completely crazy order, but that's just how I am. Sometimes I'm just completely crazy. I'm going to take this Wet n Wild Color Icon blush in the shade Mellow Wine, and I'm just going to pop a little bit onto my cheeks. It's a pretty pigmented blush, so I'm just gonna just a little bit. I'm gonna finish off my eyebrows a little bit. I'm gonna be taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer in the shade Medium Brown. 'Tis my holy grail. I use it all the time. I always use my NYX Cake Powder in the shade Brown, dark brown and brown. It looks like this. I use the darkest shade, and you only need the smallest amount with this because it is a pretty strong powder. Work it up through the back of the brow and underneath, and whatever's left over, I sweep a little bit in the front. What I'm gonna do after I've tightlined is take my NYX matte liquid liner. I am a ride or die for this liner. I absolutely love it so much. I'm gonna take the smallest amount, and I'm just gonna outline where my eyelash base is, and just do a little teeny tiny wing. Wings are done. I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara and do a quick coat of mascara, top and bottom lashes. We're going to let that dry before we move on to lashes. So we're going to do lips first. For lips today, I'm going to be using a big combination. I've been absolutely loving this Kylie Jenner lip pencil in Charm. I have mentioned it so many times on my channel. It's such a nice, beautiful, neutral pink. So I'm going to be using that to line my lips. Now I'm going to go in with Dose of Colors Desi X Katie No Shade lipstick. It is the most beautiful pinky brown nude, and it is a perfect shade for me. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that on my lips. So that's what that shade looks like. I absolutely love this color. It is the perfect nude for me, and I'm going to apply a gloss over top. This is the ColourPop Fairy Floss gloss. It is a really nice sheer, but also has like a peachy brown nude sheer to it. So I'm going to apply this over top. It just goes so well with this lipstick color. So now we can go in with falsies, and for falsies, I'm going to be using this pair right here. These are called Hollywood Glam. They look like this. They kind of look like, these are all House of Lashes brand, by the way. They kind of look like the House of Lashes Sirens, but for some reason, these are a little bit different and look a little bit better on my eyes. Okay, once your lashes are on, I am loving these lashes. Makeup look is complete. So now let's do the rundown. The first thing that I want to talk about is the little baby sponge. I really like this for the under eye area and for concealer. It did a really, really good job of blending everything out and keeping everything in its place. So I really, really like the small sponge. The medium-sized sponge I would definitely say is better for blending out foundation than the large sponge, because a large sponge is very dense and very hard. If you like pounding your face with a rock, then I suggest that one, but otherwise, this one is not a bad alternative, especially because it has a cheap price point, but I don't think that I would pick this one up over like my Real Techniques sponge or my Morphe sponge or one of my regular beauty blenders. This just is not that great. It's not terrible. It's just not something that I think I would grab. And this is a complete no from me. The giant one, it's just too hard. It's too stiff. It doesn't blend the right way. I don't really like that. As far as the primer goes, I really like the primer. My skin looks like skin. Like, it doesn't look cakey. It doesn't look heavy. It just looks like skin. And that's really the look that I've been going for lately. So I have to say that there is a nice new primer on my new favorites list. And I really like this foundation combo, this lip combo, this eye combo, these lashes. Love the way this makeup look came out. So I hope that that puts things into perspective for you guys if you want to purchase the E.L.F. sponge kit. I like 2 out of the 3. I mean, for $12, that's still a really good to just like 2 out of the 3, but try it for yourselves if you like it. I don't know if this is a new product or not, but it was new to me, and I think I got a new favorite under eye sponge, so I definitely like that. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Leave this video a big thumbs up. Leave me some comments, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!